I've fallen in love with the singer, Annie Clark. It's not because of her talent, though undoubtedly she has plenty, nor is it in view of her previous involvement with the Polyphonic Spree or Sufjan Stevens, both of whom I admire. It's not even due to her own band, who recently released their third album, which is actually very good. And it's certainly not because of her big brown eyes and dark, twisted hair. The main reason I've fallen in love with Annie Clark is because we were born on the same day. Now, I'm not daft. I know there are lots of people in this world who share my birthday. There's Nolwenn Leroy, the French pop singer. There's Anderson Varejão, the Brazilian basketball player, among countless others. But I suppose I was lying when I said that none of that other stuff about Annie Clark matters. I mean, her big brown eyes do help. And if I'm being honest, the fact she's called Annie helps too. When I say that I've fallen in love with a woman because we share the same birthday and indeed the same name, you might be wondering if that means I've fallen in love with myself. The answer is no. It's a different kind of love, see. What it is this. I'm sitting in my living room one evening and I'm idly sifting through music videos on YouTube when I stumble across this one called Cruel by a band called St. Vincent. In the video, the singer gets kidnapped by a father, son and daughter who take her back to their home and dress her up like a 1950s housewife. They make her do a few chores for them, and then they bury her alive. Throughout the whole thing, the singer looks utterly calm and beautiful, and I think, I'd like to be her when I grow up. So I Google St. Vincent and discover that the singer is called Annie Clark, and next to her name it says her birthday, which is the same day as mine. I click on the video and watch it again. When it finishes, I go and stand in front of the mirror. Bodies, I mouth, because these are the lyrics to the song. Can't you see what everybody wants from you? But my dress looks wrong. I lift it off and look again. My bra doesn't look great either. I take that off too. And then I remove my tights and pants, because you can't look in a mirror when you're wearing only tights and pants. Trust me, it's weird. Now that I'm naked, I picture myself in a new outfit. Something lemon-coloured with polka dots and a starched white apron at the waist. There's a tray of scones in my hand and a daughter with ringlets at my side. The daughter is holding a shovel. No, something about this picture isn't right. Me. Despite my breasts and pubic hair and stretch marks, I still look like a kid playing dress-up. Since when did it become okay for someone of my age to pose as a 1950s housewife and get kidnapped by a family to be a makeshift mother with a husband and 2 children? I might be 29 years old, but I still blush when I buy wine. I wrap myself in a blanket and head back to my computer. I spend a long time looking at pictures of Annie Clark. A very long time. I guess what I'm trying to do is catch her out. Ideally, I'd like to find evidence that she is in fact older than she says she is. Celebrities lie about their ages all the time. But failing that, I'd like to find a photo where she looks like she's just woken up in the middle of the night. Like a frightened child who's been having a terrible nightmare. And all the better if she looks like a child who's already forming crow's feet around her eyes, like me. But I find Nothing. Don't get me wrong, I'm still in love with this woman. She's everything I want. She's smart, successful, and she was born on my birthday. I just wish that woman was me. I wish I could call Annie Clark up. I'd like to ask her how she feels about death. If she's as scared of it as I am. If the idea of it keeps her awake between the hours where she brushes her teeth at night and when she brushes them again first thing in the morning. If she's ever thought about the fact that her lovely white teeth will last longer than she will. And I'd like to ask her if she calls herself a woman or a girl. And at what age she thinks it's acceptable to wait to find the right partner and settle down. And if she's scared about turning 30 next year. And if she'd consider a joint birthday party. I'd like to lie in bed with her too. I'd like to touch her breasts and kiss her neck. I'd like to put 2 fingers inside her and 2 fingers inside me. And I'd like to see how different we feel or how similar. I watched the video of Annie Clark getting kidnapped a 3rd time. This time, I see something new. Right before the last shovelful of dirt goes in, Annie Clark's left eyelid twitches. Just for a fraction of a second, but it's enough. I rewind a little and watch again. Yes, it's definitely there. I pause the video on the exact moment that her eyelid begins to droop. There it is, I think. There is proof of my existence.